Sometimes things don't work out as originally planned. Y'all know I'm still learning this video life. And well, the audio on this one, not quite the Spike Lee joint I imagined. Welcome to Table for One. I'm your host, Sharonda Robinson, professional eater, farm girl turned global foodie, and your guide to turning a solo meal into an act of self-discovery. This isn't just about what's on the plate. It's about what the experience feeds in your soul. For this episode, we're in San Antonio's Pearl District at Ladino, a vibrant Mediterranean grill house inspired by the flavors of the Eastern Mediterranean and Sephardic traditions. It's the first San Antonio concept from Austin's acclaimed Emmer and Rye Hospitality Group and opened its doors in September 2022. Led by executive chef Bertie Richer, Ladino is deeply personal. And let's get into it. From the moment I sat down, I felt it. Within the first 5 minutes of being there, I felt welcomed, appreciated, taken care of. That matters. So I started with the hibiscus tea, refreshing and floral, though I did ask for a little sweetness, a little simple syrup. You know I like balance. I'll give the hibiscus tea a 10 out of 10. Then came the bread. Listen, I think my body composition is about 50% bread and 50% chocolate. And this sourdough pita, fluffy, tangy, warm, topped with za'atar. It's an earthy blend of herbs and salt that shifts slightly from region to region, giving this a 10 out of 10. There's something spiritual about good bread, y'all. The hummus was smooth, earthy, perfectly seasoned, not flashy, really well done. I gave that an 8 out of 10. And the baba ganoush, I love saying that word, carried the beautiful smokiness, tangy, bold, delicious, 8 out of 10. And the corn dish, okay, 10 out of 10. Let me tell you what this is about. It's like potato salad met sweet corn with a little kick. Creamy, textured, sweet, and salty. That was my favorite appetizer, so do not skip it. The chef sent out a pastry with Swiss chard and feta, beautifully executed, flaky and golden. The greens were bold, a little bitter, not my personal flavor profile, but the technique impeccable. And that's part of the practice. Sometimes we taste something that isn't quote unquote ours, and instead of rejecting it, we learn from it. So thank you, chef, for that beautiful dish. All right, so let's pause a moment for napkin gate. How many times did my napkin slide off my lap during this meal? You guessed it, 3 times. Then came the lamb. Juicy, balanced, slight sweetness, perfectly cooked, paired with tzatziki that added just enough brightness so the meat didn't need any more seasoning or salt. Thoughtful composition, 8 out of 10. The shepherd salad came with fresh Texas tomatoes. These tomatoes were so fresh, they barely needed seasoning. The Persian cucumbers were in it. There was acid with the vinegar. There was a lightness that helped to balance all of that beautiful bread that I had been indulging in. Now listen, I thought baklava was baklava, but not here. The layers of this baklava, they were delicate and structured. It was so good, y'all. 10 out of 10. And then I also had a rose pastry cream, kind of a donut filled with cream. It was light but luxurious. The powdered sugar got everywhere. And it had sweet depth without being overwhelming. Another 10 out of 10. I had to get to-go boxes because I ordered like I was feeding 3 versions of myself. And honestly, I regret nothing. But here's what stayed with me the most. As I was reading about Ladino, I learned that the language itself is nearly extinct. It's being preserved through story, through ritual, through cultural memory. And that's what this meal felt like, a preservation of tradition, an invitation to learn a new language, both literal and culinary, and a reminder that the world is vast, diverse, and layered. And when we begin to slow down long enough to experience it, even solo, we grow. And that's the gift of Table for One. We stop, we breathe, we let the world expand us, not rushed, not distracted, fully present. And so, yes, the audio wasn't perfect on this one, but the lesson was. Love yourself through the process, through the learning, through the new flavors and unfamiliar spices, because choosing yourself, even at a table for one, is always worth it. Thank you for joining me at Table for One. You are the occasion. See you next time. Love you.